There's some things on this earth that exist to be appreciated for the craftsmanship that was put into them. Giant freaking paintings on the ceiling of the Vatican. That's something that you appreciate because of the effort that went into it, and you think about the person that made it and why they made it and appreciate it. But there's a lot of things where you don't want to see behind the scenes or even be reminded of why you're looking at the thing you're looking at, because the means of production is inherently tawdry. A lot of people like to eat steak. Not a lot of people like to eat steak right after they walk out of a slaughterhouse and watch cows get shot in the face with a bolt and then poo shoots out of them as they die. And it's kind of that way with a lot of Hollywood movies. Like, the more you can see behind the scenes and imagine greaseball agents and smart studio people coming up with these really cynical ways to suck money out of your pocket by putting together these really kind of no artistic validity, reason to exist remake movies, the less pleasant it actually is to watch them. You want to believe that you're not part of some base transaction where you trade money for 2 hours of distraction, but that you're part of some kind of cultural, artistic experience, being entertained by funny people who live to do nothing more than entertain you and would do so for free, but that's not the case. Which brings me to Arthur, which is one of the most set up to fail automatically because of that reason, because you can so see through the transparent, micron-thin membrane that separates the idea that this movie exists for any artistic reason, for any reason that would be there to entertain you, rather than as a crass attempt to suck as much money out of you as possible. That's why it's set up to fail. Arthur's a remake of a movie from 1981, which starred the beloved, passed-on Dudley Moore. It's one of the funniest movies of all time. It's not perfect, but it was a really, really, really good film whose legacy was marred by a terrible sequel that Dudley Moore then disowned and the original director didn't live to see. And it's been further tawdried by the remake, which again has no reason to exist other than money. Your money, they want it. You're gonna give it to them. As soon as you sit down, as soon as you see the poster, you can travel through time to the meeting on a studio lot where they said, shit, we got Russell Brand, he's got some heat after forgetting Sarah Marshall, and get him to the Greek. And we don't really know if he can act, because his whole shtick is being a long-haired, kind of rock star funny guy with substance abuse problems. What movie can we put a British substance abuser, funny guy, man-child in? How about Arthur? And then they did, and what has resulted is the movie that comes out on Friday. That said, I actually kind of enjoyed it. It's really crass. It's an absolute, blatant, transparent cash-in. Has no reason to exist whatsoever. We're being forced to watch Russell Brand play the same character again. But it's saved. It's saved more or less by Greta Gerwig, who saved another really bad film earlier this year called No Strings Attached. She's a much bigger role in Arthur as the love interest, who may or may not have brain damage. Like, Greta Gerwig's character has a conversation where she seems like a normal person of average intelligence with Helen Mirren's character, but then when she talks to Arthur, they talk in quoted lines from children's books, and they eat Pez together. And it's, as a choice, I don't mind it in a weird Benny and June kind of way. Greta Gerwig is one of the best actresses her age working, and is going to end up being really famous eventually. And it's kind of neat to feel like you're seeing somebody at the beginning of their career. She saves this movie almost. It's really bad. Really bad. But that said, I still kind of enjoyed it as a story about two semi-retarded people in love. So check back, because we're going to be talking about Your Highness and Hannah, and check out our Twitter and our Facebook. They're really cool.